Here's another camera. So this is the Fujica GW690, which takes 120 film. As you can see, it's massive. It's a medium format size camera. I think its nickname is the Leica from Texas because it's obviously of such a size. There's not many sort of dials or features on it really. There's a shoe for a flash on top. There's a little dial here, which when you put your 120 film in, you can adjust that dial to whether you're doing 16 exposures, 8 exposures or 4 exposures. So on a 120 film, with the fact that this camera shoots, hence the name the 690, 6x9 centimeter negatives, on your 120 film you're going to set this always on 8 exposures, because that's all you're going to get out of it. 8 exposures out of a 120 film. And on top you've got a counter, which you can see rolling on, which you have to monitor obviously when you're using or you're creating 6x9 negatives. That's going to move on very quickly. You've got 2 shutter releases here and here for firing off your shots. You've got your focal range here. You've got your aperture here, and you've got your speed at the top, so you can manually expose, set your focus, etc., set your speed, set your aperture, all on the body of the lens. The lens itself has this hood, which you can just take off. So there's the lens, which is a 90mm lens, and it's 3.5, but because of the size of the format and the film, it's a bit like when you calculate a microphone 4/3 as double everything full frame is. In the same way, this is so big you can effectively count back the other way. So 90mm acts more kind of as a 45mm, and 3.5 aperture obviously goes up to sort of 1.82, whatever. It has the same sort of feel as a full frame camera, therefore that's around those sort of settings, or a lens that's around those sort of settings. So lets in quite a lot of light. It's very sharp. To release the camera, there's a little pulley here. You can see inside you've got your existing cartridge or cassette spool, which is in place already, so you can put your film in, wind it across, and away you go. And on the bottom there's this little counter, which counts how many shots until you reset it's been taken. I think it does it in in tens. It doesn't seem to do it singularly, but it gives you an idea of how long the camera, how many times the camera is fired or taken a shot. And another little quirk of this camera is it doesn't allow you, without a film in place, to fire off the shutter. So you may think, oh, it's not working. What you need to do is you need to open the back, wind it on, and then you'll notice that it fires. In the same way if I wind on, but I'm going to fire it off from here. As you can see, it works. And I've taken some shots on this camera. I've developed a couple of rolls of film and sent one off. And I have to say, it's amazing. It's really, really, really detailed, and it is very much like, I suppose, the modern equivalent of when you shoot with a full frame camera on a digital camera and you get all that lovely detail. You can actually get that with real film still with a camera like this, which you'd have to pay about between sort of £300 and £500 for. This is, I think, it's the first version, and there's 2 later ones which are slightly improved, but the differences are quite small. And it's a plastic body, so it's it's big, but it's something you can put in your bag, and it does take really, really good photographs. In fact, I'll stick a couple at the end of this video so you can see. They were shot in colour, but I think there's a black and white one. I've converted 2 or 3 of them to black and white, and I'll stick those on the end of this video.